The only reason why I'm awake right now is because I had an interview at 11 on the phone. And I went to bed at 5 this morning. If I ever get a phone call from somebody at 7, bitch, I'm not answering it unless it's Valerie or my ex. Because I know that it's an emergency, and those are the only two that I would answer. And I had to order my debit card from Bank of America. I remember back in the day when I lived in Miami, everybody, when they launched their new debit card, which was Hello Kitty, everybody I knew switched banks just to have that card because we all loved Hello Kitty. And it was so cute. And you know what's so funny is the school that I went to for medical coding, and I was going to go for LPN, was above a Bank of America branch. They had a whole office setting on top of the bank, of the bank in Kendall, and I went to school there at night. And so funny, I started working for Mercy Hospital before I even graduated. That's how impressed the doctor was with me. I'm good. Let me tell you something. And I was getting paid as a coder, even though I didn't graduated yet. And a crazy thing, like this conversation of my ex and I having this conversation early on in our relationship, he told me he wished he met me when he was younger because he knew that I was the one. And I think we would have been still together to this day, probably with 2 kids. And he would have been my whole world and those kids too. Because the way I love him, he's never experienced that. And the way he loves me, I've never experienced that either. We both work hard. We want the same things. I mean, like, we might have some culture differences because we do have two different backgrounds. And we would have made it work. Because I would have moved heaven and earth for him. And I know he would have done the same for me. And life, it's just the way it is. You can't help what life throws at you. But on that note, I'm going to go back to studying and have a great day.